Alright, we're here. Uru Mace is what I'm going to choose to call it. This is where we are going to dream some dreams. But first, let me actually remember to show you guys the Astral Sword. Because there will be very little fighting in this video. It's going to be mostly story. Pretty much all story. With the exception of the battle we're about to encounter, hopefully any day now. You know, some monsters want to pop up. But I get it. The Astral Sword is pretty intimidating. I mean, look at this thing in his hand. Wow. That thing is massive. Like, no wonder Gaza was so much taller than us. He had to be to hold this thing. How Vahn's holding it in one hand, I don't even know. But hey, this is a good battle because now, instead of 3, we got 4 enemies. Part of me was a little hopeful that that guy was about to make it 5. 5 would have meant tons of XP. But it's okay. We'll stick with 4. Maybe. Alright, so yeah, that's what happens when you use the wrong weapon for the wrong person. Their arms command gets double the size. So we'll try to use... We just can't use a lot of moves because of how massive this thing is. Look at that. I mean, comparatively, his other attacks are so much weaker. But man, does that thing look cool. I'm not keeping it just because it's so ridiculous. I heard rumor, like back when I was in high school, from people who had played this game, that if you used it enough, he would eventually get used to it and you could use it like normal. And I used it for quite a while, but I don't recall him ever doing that. His actual ultimate weapon is only slightly better than this sword. I mean, it's gonna be a while till we get that, but still. I mean, let's just keep pounding on this guy, on this slime. It's just so ridiculous. It does an incredible amount of damage. Don't get me wrong. But man, he's so slow. I really do love that not only do your weapons and armor change in this game, as you can see, but like Ozma, you can see there. You can kind of see Terra here coming up. She's got her wings popping up now. You can see a little bit of meta. You know, it's just really cool. Like, I'm sure there are other games, but this is one of the first games I can remember playing that did that. It's so unwieldy. I mean, look at that thing. How he's holding it up with one hand is beyond me. I saw a video of a guy, well, multiple people at this point, who made the Buster Sword. And they were big dudes, and they were struggling to lift that thing. And this guy's lifting a sword about that size, like it's nothing, with one hand. But now that we've seen that, let's see some dreams. We're going to see some bits of the past from all 3 of these, from all 3 of our characters here. Yep. I've never picked the third option, so I'm gonna pick Noah is full of energy. Yeah. Yes, that's right. Oh, he thought it was funny, but now he's admonishing us. How dare you, Gala? Oh yeah, I guess that's important. Look at Gala. He was staring at us, judging us. Of course. Sometimes I feel like Gala is like talking down to us a little bit. Well, there is a chest in there, so it makes sense. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna tell her, hey, you need to settle down. Well, well, look who followed us. Here's a book. Are we gonna read it? Why, yes. I'm guessing this is before the mist, when they were first getting Seru. Yeah, healing berry, always useful. I wonder what those whispers are. What does this sign say? I don't technically have his permission, but I don't technically care. What's he gonna do? We just saved his life. We just saved him from basically being possessed for until something killed him. No, what's going on? She has really good hearing, or is just really sensitive to all kinds of things. Because she usually hears things first. But I'm guessing she doesn't have the same kind of distractions Vahn and Gala have. Just because of her upbringing. Oh, hey, look, there's the 3 doors. You was Key Ruins who has door dreams. Will be Opie. Gather at dream. Door open. That was almost cohesive. I'm going to go out on a limb and say red is for Vahn, green is for Noah, blue is for Gala. It's just a hunch. Not really any based off of anything, but you know. I guess we better go. I'd have thought all you needed to do to hear her voice and get some, you know, get some doors to open was just have a set of keys on you. Alright, so let's go backwards. Let's start with Gala's dream. Alright, now to run down a hall. How is this under here? Okay, we have to be out of the ruins by now, unless we've entered an alternate dimension. Alright. Down the blue hall. Vahn looks really worried right now. And he's sleeping on a waterbed. He's having a nice nap on a nice waterbed. So what's Gala's dream gonna be? Guess we're back to the Byron days. Gee whiz. Makes Songi, no wonder Songi's so upset. Anyway, so I guess I'm guessing this is about 2 years ago. Transmigration Festival. So Gala is about 16 here. Oh. She likes to spit at people, huh? He's such a weird guy. And Gala is very naive in thinking, like, it's just, I don't know. He's so rude. How do people put up with him? How did he even get to that rank if he's just so rude? Where's she going? What did she realize? Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Oh, Gala, Gala, Gala. You're so naive. Whoa. I feel like Zopu had to know what just happened. She looks mad. Oh. So she went and told him. Oh, I bet you feel like crap now, huh, Songi? What? He trusted you. Gee whiz. How he ever attained the same rank as Gala, or at least, like, second place to Gala, is beyond me. Like, gee whiz. It's such a weird scenario. The other two make sense, but I guess that just shows that, like, Gala's always been naive and trusting, maybe? And maybe the just highlights the difference between him and Songi, I guess. The other two are going to give a lot more backstory than anything. Hey, we did one. Oh, there's Tieg. I guess. But he doesn't seem like he's all there. And he's not. Unintelligible speech. You can kind of get what they're saying, but let's see another dream. Let's see what Noah's got. Is she gonna remember her time, like some time with Terra? What is she gonna remember or dream about, I guess? The tunnel things are understandable, but kind of silly, I think. All right, Noah, your turn. There's Vahn, worried again, but not as worried. Stone Stage. I thought it said Stone Sage at first. Noah's nap time. Alright. What is it Noah's gonna dream about? Hmm. Bet. Uh-oh. So Court is somebody that knows King Nebular, which I guess those two are Noah's parents. So Noah's a princess. That doesn't sound very reassuring. Oh boy. Oh wow. So shortly after Noah was born, Noah was... Wow. Golly, that must be hard. Knowing that your child is going off somewhere far away right after she was born, and you're having her flee. Oof. The mist followed him, and you're just having him flee. So basically, the Sorin did not survive. I think the mist got to him. And there's the wolf. And there's Terra. But Noah, being too small, could not have Terra attached to her. So Terra attached to the wolf. Honestly, of all the characters who have like a pretty messed up past and needs to draw and does draw an incredible amount of strength from it, it's Noah. She's really good about keeping a smile on her face. You know, having dreams about her parents constantly, not constantly, but like often. And now that we're getting closer and closer, it's like she can hear her father, she can hear more. Yeah. Why wouldn't he, really? That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Yeah, what are you so angry about? The rest here know a lot of things that they haven't told you. It doesn't make... Okay, we're getting closer. So let's go have our final dream. So Gala is that guy that lets his friends abuse him because he doesn't think that they're going to do something bad. Noah is the one with a lot going on in her life and in her past. So let's see what Vaughn's going on. He's got a village that cares about him a lot. He's got good friends here. Some people died in the attack, but I don't know. I mean, his mom's not there. Alright. Vahn's turn. Well, we came here to dream dreams. On the stone stage waterbed. Knowing what's about to come, I can say this is actually quite a sad moment for Vahn. Oh, okay, so this is... His respects are head nod. That's it. So there's his mother. There's his father, Val. His mother's name is Nora, and that must be Nene. As all newborn babies say. I guess they just let whoever outside the wall. Uh-oh. Snuck. So basically... So now we see Val, like, able to walk and run and everything. And Vahn went to go get Drake water. So Vahn has left Realm. I would go to. He's a boy, though. How far could he have gotten? So Vaughn's no stranger to tragedy either. His mom was dying, and did die, in childbirth. Vahn tried to save her, and ended up getting his father crippled. So of course he blames himself. But as a silent protagonist, it's hard to figure that kind of stuff out, so... You know... We didn't... I mean, who knew? Who knew he carried that guilt? He never says anything. I mean... He has to be old enough to understand what all of that meant, so I would put him at like... 8 or 9? Maybe? I don't know. Not old enough to defend himself from a Seru. Well, we did it. Both Seru and human. How's that even possible? So, in this world, Tieg would be the equivalent of God, who created the world, but he also created another world, the Seru world. So there are 11 Genesis trees, it would seem. Okay. I could see a lot of parallels with this and like the Bible. Because, you know, in the beginning God created the heavens and earth. Tieg created the human world and the Serukai. And then I don't know everything about this, but there's a passage in Psalms that talks about when, like, that Lucifer used to be an angel and that he was covered in jewels and that he led, I think he led the choir of angels. And he looked at himself, saw that he looked great, and he thought he would be like God. And that's what caused the fall of the angel. I think that's a Catholic teaching. It might not be. It might be something else, and I'm just getting it wrong. This is me going off the top of my head. But Lucifer would be like Rogue, who rebelled against Tieg. And, you know, because Tieg created the 10 Genesis trees and the Mother Genesis tree. We haven't seen the Mother Genesis tree, but we've seen all 10 Genesis trees now. There's the last 3 in Buma. We've seen the 4 in Drake Kingdom, 2 in the Sebicus Islands, 1 in Soul Tower, and then 3 in Buma. So there's still the Mother Genesis tree that we might see. Who knows? But hey, we got the Fire Droplet. But a lot of, not all, but there are a lot of these kind of games that drew off of stories from the Bible, or at least used themes from the Bible to, like, just tell a story. Which, cool, you know? There's a lot going on in the Bible, and, you know, change it up a little bit, you got a great new story. With some good themes in there. Like, I do love games like this where it's like good versus evil, you know? Like, the evil guy, the good guys are trying to save the world. They just want to live their life in peace, but sometimes you got to step up and do something. Because the bad guys decided, today's the day, I'm going to mess with everything. Also, we're not done here. Nope, it's not Tieg. Uh-oh. Here comes Juggernaut. Yeah, I guess we can't take on Juggernaut right now. Good thing we got the Fire Droplet now. Look at this thing. It's massive. It's got 2 tails. Yeah, we weren't going to take this thing on. Gee whiz. And then it just disappears. That's cool. Yeah, that makes sense. That's not utterly terrifying to know it could just be there. It's just leaving. Maybe it just disappeared to where it was going. But still, woof. And the mist disappeared now. Let's do it. Oh, guess who decided to make an appearance? What do you think she's doing here? Following us. Gala's like, wait, what? Why were you so excited, Noah? She's not going to tell us whether or not that was her plan, but for love, huh? Well, no. I guess so. Yep, we got to get to Dr. Usha. I mean, I don't see what the problem is. We were going to go anyway and revive the Genesis trees. That's in everybody's best interest anyway. Hey, look, a freed level 2. So, in all honesty, okay, Cara, we'll go do what we were already going to go do. But Gala is so suspicious of people that it's like... And maybe it has something to do with his dream. Excuse me. Like, after that incident with Songi, he started getting suspicious of people. Or at least of anything having to do with Seru, but... Or thieves. Oh yeah, we've got to reset up our... our thing, because we don't have the astral sword equipped anymore. Somewhere in this area is the Fire, Wind, and Thunder Book 3s. We're gonna go at some point. Ugh. Boogie pump. You're not supposed to block things. Probably a good idea to heal, but we don't want to use Spoon just yet, because we still got to get back to Dr. Usha's. Part of me likes having the Door of Wind when I need to go really far. Like right now, if I need to go back to Rim Elm, I can't without a Door of Wind. So, you know, or Vidna. And there's a point where why walk all the way back to Rim Elm, which will take like forever, and the experience isn't really worth it anymore. You know, 1,000 experience is worth something. 150 experience per person is not really worth it, if not less, because by the time we get to Rim Elm, they could be worth only like 50 per person, and I'm like, that's just not going to add up. So we got to keep the Fire Droplet, and next video I'll show you guys why. I'm not going to keep it forever, because obviously we can't go anywhere without the story, but we'll show you a couple of things that you can do with the Fire Droplet that, you know, will just make your life a little bit more fun. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.